Namaste, liebe Freunde. Heute ist wundervolle Gast bei uns. Sie heißt Madhu. Sie wurde in Indien geboren und heiratete Ramesh Gajjala. Und sie haben sich beruflich nach Ägypten übersiedelt. Dort haben die 5 Jahre lang gelebt. Danach haben sie nach Deutschland haben sie sich übersiedelt, auch beruflich. Und sie leben momentan in Deutschland, in Heidelberg, seit 8 Jahren. Und sie ist eine wunderbare Master. Lasst uns ein paar Wörter über Madhu hören. Madhu hilft Menschen, ihr kreatives Zentrum zu finden und unterstützt sie bei der Heilung durch Kunsttherapie. Sie ist seit 2009 bei PSSM aktiv und es gibt für sie kein Zurück mehr. Der Wendepunkt in ihrem Leben war im Jahr 2008, als sie Pyramid Master Ram heiratete. Das Paar führt nun schon seit fast einem Jahrzehnt regelmäßig Meditationssitzungen durch. Sie hat ihre Stärke und Inspiration in Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji gefunden und ihr Lebensstil ist es, durch das Lernen von Meditation Freude in das Leben all deren zu bringen, die sie trifft. So, liebe Madhu, willkommen zu PMC Austria Channel und ich bitte lehre uns deine Weisheit und ich übergebe an dich. Bitte, Madhu. Danke schön.
Thank you so much, Satyaka, for having me here, and namaste to all. As Satyaka said, I'm currently living in Heidelberg from 7 years, and my journey into spirituality or meditation started in 2009 when I was in Egypt, when I experienced depression, and when I was in a very difficult state of mind. And my father-in-law came to Egypt and he told only one thing that made me convinced that I have to meditate, which is, see, if you have a question, you alone have an answer. You only have an answer. You will not find answers outside. When he said that, I said, okay, I'll try meditation. And I did meditation. And from then till this date, I will not, there is no single day that I missed meditation. I meditate every day. I, I, I share about meditation and I practice meditation. It is very important that I meditate for myself and as well as share about meditation of whatever I have experienced in it. So very happy to be here with all of you and to share this wonderful topic, very important topic on ego. When I've asked Satyaka, Akka, let me know which topic I have to speak, and Akka said this topic called ego. And I would like to give a simple abbreviation to ego, which I've heard from this wonderful master called Dr. Wayne Dyer. He had done a documentary by the name The Shift. In that documentary, I've heard him saying about ego. He said ego is EGO, right? The spelling of the ego is EGO, which means edging God out. You know, the God who is inside us, Aham Brahmasmi, that means the God who is inside us, like we are edging that God out. That means we are putting that God away, is ego. That means when we are working from the space of ego, the God is not, we are not making the God alive. We are keeping that God aside and we are just working from the mind, limited mind of like thinking that I'm a great person and I know everything and all these things. So, this beautiful line we have to keep reminding ourselves, friends, because it is very important that we sometimes get carried away. Like some situations come into our life, and wherein we feel that we know everything, we have the power over it, then we have to again bring back ourselves to the ground state. That means being grounded and work from the space of God. Like whenever we are doing something, we have to remind ourselves that what will God do when the God is given this situation. God will never work from the space of pride, the proud feeling. The God will never do that. God works from the space of compassion. God works from the space of acceptance. God works from the space of simplicity. So, this is in short about ego, and I would like to share my experience of what I have learned from my master, Patrici. I would like to tell this situation all the time, this experience all the time, because there is a lot of learning from this situation. In 2019, we happened to do a 2-day retreat in Egypt, and Patriji was there, and there are so many masters from India. I think 30 or 40 masters from India who have come for that Egypt visit. And I went to Egypt to do this event along with Patrici and other masters. In that event, it was the last day. It was the last day that the whole Indian masters and Patrici had to leave to India. In that group, there was a friend of mine who came. He got to know that I play the singing bowls, I play the musical instrument, in meditation. And Patricia was not aware. Patricia don't know that I play musical instrument. So he asked Patriji, my friend asked Patriji, Madhu plays wonderful singing bowls. Can we have a short meditation? Patriji said, yes, yes. Let everybody come to my room and we will all sit and meditate. So everybody, my friend called everybody, everybody were there in the room of Patriji thinking that I am going to play the singing bowls. And I went along with my singing bowls, carrying the bag, and thinking, with the proud feeling that hey, I'm here to present, I'm here to showcase my art of the music. So I went there, and Patriji was there. There were so many people, and Patriji started asking everybody, like, tell me about your experience. What had happened in the Egypt? Like, how was the Egypt, and how was your meditation inside the pyramids, and how was your travel in Egypt, and all these things. I was from inside feeling, stressed that why is Patriji not asking? It is time, now they have to go. They have to take the bus to airport, and the bus is waiting outside. Now he's asking all these things. When I'm going to play, I was having these questions, and then after some time, he said, "Now everybody close your eyes, and we will meditate." He said. I felt okay. Now Patriji will ask. Patriji will ask me to play the music. So, but he did not ask. He started, singing. He has a beautiful voice. He started singing. And after 5 minutes, he said, okay, open your eyes and take your bags and go to the bus. He said, I felt very sad. My ego, that I want to showcase my art. I want to show to people that I do play singing bowl so that I get appreciated. I get all good compliments from people. Like we think that we are spiritual, but sometimes we get carried away. We get very much carried away by that ego. Like we feel that yes, I'm great because I know everything. I am great because I'm meditating and all these things. So we have to put ourselves very, like grounded, like Mother Earth. We have to keep everything very low. Like we should not be hyper. I was not aware at that time. But the friends, it won't take much time for the one who is meditating to recognize that it is the ego. It is I'm working from the space of ego. And when I recognized it, I went to Patriji and I told to Patriji, thank you so much for breaking my comfort zone. I was always thinking that everything will be comfortable for me, but you made me come out of my comfort zone. And then he said a beautiful statement that, Madhu, I did not break your comfort zone. I want you to be comfortable in every situation. Like any situation that comes to you, be comfortable. Sometimes situations doesn't come in our favor. That means everything, every time, everything won't be good. But at that time also, you should feel good. You should be balanced. You should be grounded. You should be in a still state. You should not get very sad that, oh, I have this. Or you should not, if something is wonderful happening, you should not be too much happy, and you should not like carry that ego, yay, like I have like I have experienced this. All the time be in a balanced state. It's called a middle path. No hyper, no just lower, just neutral all the time. So this is the experience I had in Egypt in 2019, and I recognized it whenever some situation comes that, okay, I know this, or I bring back myself, I bring back my sense to the now, and I say to myself that there is lot to learn. There is lot to learn in this vast universe. Whatever I know is limited, but there is unlimited things that are outside that I'm still yet to learn. So in that way, there is a scope of learning. There is a scope of growing. When you say that you know everything, when you say that I have everything, I know everything, then you are just like working from the space of ego and the space of power. Power should not be in that way. Power should be your strength. Your strength is your acceptance. Your strength is your compassion. Your strength is your unconditional love towards everything and everybody. So we should attain this quality of letting go of the ego, friends. Whenever we see that it is bubbling, we have to say to ourselves, no, this is not me. Whenever we can see that this ego is popping up, then we should understand slowly, my God who is inside me is going aside. I should not do it. Then you come back, and we have to be like a Zen master. A Zen master is a person who does everything. He will never take a credit. He will never say that I have done this work, or I have done this great thing, or I have transformed this whole world. He will never say that. He will do his work and he just depart from there. That means he will silently move from there. So he's not there to take any compliments. He's not take to any any praising, nothing like that. He is a Zen master, is a person who just does his work simply and just leave from that space without people noticing him leaving. So it's just silently slips from there. So we should also attain that quality of a Zen master, friends. It is not difficult. All these masters in the world are setting an example for us how to be simple, how to be just balanced all the time, and how to be working with our own self. The more we work with our own self, the more we will refine ourselves, the more we will know ourselves. When we know ourselves, we will not be like a bride king. We will be like a simple monk, or like we will be having all the riches, we will be having all the wisdom, but still we will maintain that simplicity. Always down to earth, always down to earth. That is the quality we should attain. And here I would like to tell a small story that I have come across. I would like to read to all of us, friends, that recently we did a session few days back. There is a master called Dineshji from UK. He had shared this wonderful story, which is said by Osho. It's about this young boy called Shweta Ketu. I would like to read this story to all of us, and later we will maybe in the story we will understand everything, like what is that we are learning from this story. So it happened in Upanishadic days, that means in the olden times, that one young boy, Shvetaketu, was sent by his father to a Gurukul. In the olden times, in the very ancient times, a young boys are sent to a Gurukul. Gurukul is like a boarding school, like where where the king's sons, the prince, go there and they get educated by the rishis and by the great sages. So Shvetaketu's father had sent Shvetaketu to a Gurukul, to a family of an enlightened master to learn. He learned everything that could be learned. He memorized all the Vedas, the Indian scriptures, and all the science available in those days. He became proficient in them. He became a great scholar. His fame started spreading all over the country. Then there was nothing else to be taught. So the master said, "You have known all that can be taught. Now you can go back." Thinking that everything had happened and there was nothing else, because whatsoever the master knew, he also knew. And the master had taught him everything. Shvetaketu went back, of course, with a great pride and ego. He came back to his father. When he was entering the village, his father, his name is Uddalak, looked out of the window at his son coming back from the university. He saw the way he was walking very proudly, the way he was holding his head in a very egoistic way, the way he was looking all around, very self conscious that he knew. The father became sad and depressed, because this is not the way of one who really knows. This is not the way of one who has come to know the supreme knowledge. The son entered the house. He was thinking that his father would be very happy. He had become one of the supreme most scholars of the country. He was known everywhere, respected everywhere. But he saw that the father was sad. So he asked, "Why are you sad, father?" The father said, "Only one question I have to ask you. Only one question I have to ask you. Have you learned that by learning which there is no need to learn anything anymore? Have you known that by knowing which all suffering ceases? Have you been taught that which cannot be taught?" The boy also became sad. "No, whatsoever I know has been taught to me, and I can teach it to anybody who is ready to learn." The father said, "Then you go back and ask your master that you be taught that which cannot be taught." That means there are some things that cannot be taught, that cannot be learned by somebody else. So this is what his father said, like you go to your master and ask, what is that thing that cannot be taught? So the boy said, "But that is absurd. It cannot be taught. How can the master teach me? If there is, if it cannot be taught, then how will the master teach me?" That's what the boy asked his father. The father said, "That is the art of the master. He can teach you that which cannot be taught. You go back." He went back. Bowing down to his master's feet, he said, "My father has sent me for an absolutely absurd thing. Now I don't know where I am, what I am asking you. My father has told me to come back and return only when I have learned that which cannot be learned, when I have been taught that which cannot be taught. What is it? What is this? You never told me about it." Now, this boy, Shvetaketu, asked his teacher, asked his master, "What is that thing? You never taught me. What is that thing that cannot be taught? What is that thing that cannot be learned?" So the master said, "Unless, unless one inquires, unless one have that right questions, it cannot be told. You never inquired about it. You never asked about it. But now you are starting a totally different journey. And remember, it cannot be taught. So it is very delicate. Only indirectly will I help you. I cannot I cannot help you directly. I cannot teach you. But indirectly I will help you. Do one thing. Take all the animals of my Gurukul. There were at least 400 cows, bulls, and other animals. And go to the deepest forest possible where nobody ever comes and moves. Live with these animals in silence. Don't speak. Live in silence. Don't talk because these animals cannot understand any language. So remain silent. Be silent. And when just by reproduction, these 400 animals have become 1000, then come back. When these 400 animals that are there, they turn into 1000 animals. That means when they reproduce, if they turn after they turn into 1000, then you come back to me, the master says. It was going to be a very long time until 400 animals had become 1000 and he was to go without saying anything. That means once you've asked the master, if the master had said something, so you have to do it without saying any question, without arguing, without asking, what are you telling me to do? Where will it lead? He was to just live with animals and trees and rock, not talking and forgetting the human world completely. Because your mind is a human creation. If you live with human beings, the mind is continuously fed, always running, running, running. They say something, you say something. The mind goes on learning, it goes on revolving. So go, the master said, to the hills, to the forest, live alone, don't talk, and there is no use in thinking because these animals won't understand even your thinking. Drop all your scholarship here. Shvetaketu, that young boy, followed. He went to the forest and lived with the animals for many years. For a few days, thoughts remained there in the mind, like because it was the first time for him to do something like that. And yes, because the thoughts of the past will keep on coming initially. The same thoughts repeating themselves again and again. And it became boring. He has nothing to think about, so that's why the the thought started repeating itself. And after some time he got really bored of the thoughts. If new thoughts are not felt, then you become aware that the mind is just repetitive. It is repeating itself all the time, just a mechanical repetition. It goes on in a rut, and there was no way to get new knowledge. With new knowledge, the mind is always happy because there is something again to grind, again to think, something again to work out. The mechanism goes on moving. Shvetaketu became aware. There were 400 animals, birds, other wild animals, trees, rocks, rivers, and streams, but no man and no possibility of any human communication. There was no use in being very egoistic. You see, he was there in between the nature, in between the animals and birds and the rivers and everything. He need not to be egoistical because these animals didn't know what type of a great scholar he is because the animals don't care at all. If he's a scholar or if he's an idiot, the animals don't care because they don't know. So they didn't consider him at all. The animals didn't consider him at all. They didn't look at him with respect. So by and by the pride disappeared. The pride that this young boy Shvetaketu had, it just disappeared because it was futile and it even looked foolish to walk in a prideful way with the animals. Imagine me walking with pride with the animals. Just dropped naturally. Even Shvetaketu started feeling, if I remain egoistic, these animals will laugh at me. So what am I doing? Sitting under the trees, sleeping near the streams. By and by, his mind became very silent. The story is beautiful. The years passed and his mind became so silent that Shvetaketu completely forgot when he had to return. He became so silent that even this idea was not there. The idea of going back to the master was not there because all his thoughts are gone. There were no thoughts in his mind. There were no thoughts of past or the future. Nothing was there in his mind. He was just simply there. The past dropped completely. And with the dropping of the past, when we drop the past, friends, there will be no future. I mean, we will not be worrying about the future because the future is nothing but a projection of the past, just the past reaching into the future. So he forgot what the master had said. He forgot when he had to return. There was no when and where. He was just here and now. He lived in the moment just like the animals. He became a cow. The story says that when the animals became 1,000, the 400 animals became 1,000, they started feeling uncomfortable. All these animals started feeling uncomfortable. They were waiting for Shvetaketu. They were waiting for this young boy to take them back to the ashram or to the master. And he had forgotten. So one day, the cows decided to speak to Shvetaketu and they said, now it is time enough. And we remember that the master had said that you must come back when the animals become 1,000. And you have completely forgotten. Now is the time, and we must go back. We have become 1,000. All the animals, all the cows started telling to the Shvetaketu, hey, we are now 1,000. Hey, you forgot. So let's go back. So the cows reminded Shvetaketu, the cows reminded this young boy to, to go back. So Shvetaketu went back with the animals. The master looked from the door of his hut at Shvetaketu, that young boy coming with 1,000 animals. And he said to his disciples, his other disciples or his students, look, 1,001 animals are coming. Shvetaketu, that young boy, had become such a silent being, such a silent being, no ego, no self consciousness, just moving with the animals as one of them. He was not carrying any ego or he was not carrying any pride. All the pride and ego had just gone because he had attained that stillness of the mind. That means he had become completely silent here. There's nothing in here. It's empty, super empty. So when it is super empty here, there is no past or there is no future. We are just here. When we are just here, all the pride, all the ego, all the consciousness about and this and that just drops, friends. This is what Shvetaketu is experiencing, that young boy is experiencing. The master came to receive him. The master was dancing. He was so happy. He embraced this young boy and he said, now there is nothing to say to you. You have already known. Why have you come? There is no need to come now. There is nothing to be taught. You have already known. Shvetaketu said, that young boy said, just to pay my respects, Guruji, just to pay my respects to you, Master, just to touch your feet, just to be grateful. It has happened, and you have taught me that which cannot be taught. This is what a master is to do, create a situation in which the thing happens. So only indirect effort can be made, indirect help, indirect guidance. And wherever direct knowledge or direct guidance is given, wherever your mind is taught, it may be theology, it may be philosophy. So this is what happened to Shvetaketu, friends. Coming to the ego part, that means the more we journey inwards, the more we travel inwards, all these mind play, that I'm this and I'm that, just stops. We will not be conscious. We will not be, carrying that egoistic way of thinking or egoistic way of behaving or egoistic way of dealing with people. So we are just plain, like what the master had said about Shvetaketu. When he was returning back, he had compared Shvetaketu to an animal. It's not a bad thing that he had compared that young boy to an animal. He said that he had become like an animal, that cow who is so gentle, who is so, very peaceful. Is that by the walk of this young boy Shvetaketu, it can be shown that he had dropped everything, all the ideas about himself, a scholar, I know this and that. He had dropped everything. So practicing meditation, friends, why I'm coming back again and again to meditation is because when we practice more and more meditation, we refine ourselves. We don't carry all these stuff, all this self-made stuff in the mind. Like everything is cooked here. We cook, we grind every day. Like today you have done such, like we do some charity and we feel, oh God, I have done this, and then we carry so much pride. And when we do that, what happens, like we can see our body language, we can see how we are dealing with the people, how we are presenting ourselves. Yes, like a king or a queen. So we should not carry that kind of attitude, friends. We have to change the attitude of how we look at the things or the people, or how we look at ourselves as well. We have to always be simple, as simple as that. A real master is the one who is always simple, who will not boast about himself, who will not say that I know everything, who just say, though he knows, though you're a scholar, you know everything, but still you have to be humble enough to say and to make others experience that you don't know anything. So this is what I wanted to share, friends, about this topic called ego. We all should become like that young boy Shvetaketu, that we are so plain, and every moment is a gift, and we are just in the moment, not thinking about the past of all the achievements that we had, and not thinking about the future of what will happen in the future and all these things. So we have a really good gift, like the present is like a gift, right? Our present moment, this present moment is a real gift that we have. So let us be in this moment and appreciate our own self, friends. So this is what I wanted to share. I hope this sharing had been beneficial to all of you, and thank you so much for being here, friends. Yes, Satyaka.
Wonderful, Madhu. Wonderful. Very simple, very nice story you are explaining. That is all is inside. What we have to learn. How you said that only when we have do meditation we know everything. When we are traveling inwards within us, also we know it's know how we should be. Then it's very nice. The story of Svetaketu is beautiful, and what I say, we have to be ourselves put grounded. That is very important. Grounded. That points are which you're explaining. Your experience is very nice with Patri sir. I was so I felt so happy, and when I'm hearing like your masters like live uh, with Patri sir, lived life, and then I'm very happy for that. But balanced state in the middle path. Yeah, always telling Patri sir also always telling in the middle path. Middle path is not what we know. We have to put grounded and the things what we have great or not great, or we know or not know, but this is many very useful points for us. You told us. Thank you so much, Madhu. But that this thing also, you know the the mind, if we are making our mind empty, then we'll go far. Then we will know. We will go deep into ourselves. But only it happens only through meditation. We know it. That is. Thank you so much. It's very nice.
Thank you, Satyaka.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we do meditation
Yes, yes,
now?
yes. I will do meditation.
Thank you so much for the wonderful wisdom, sharing wonderful wisdom, friends. Madhu, thank you.
Thank you, Ka.
Okay. You put the music down,
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So, friends, Before we go into the experience sharing, I would like to request you all to uh, take a very comfortable posture wherever you're sitting, like clasping your hands, cross your hands, fingers into fingers, cross your legs, close your eyes, and just become aware of your own natural breath. Have no thoughts whatsoever, friends. Every thought is an energy. Just be in this very present moment, here and now, and experience the state of emptiness and experience the state of pure bliss. Just the normal breath, friends. Let us all gift ourselves this time. Let us all forget the outside world sometime. Let us connect to the inner world. Let us all see the beauty that is inside us. Whatever we have learned all these years, the learnings that are not bringing any good to us, let us unlearn them. The normal breath, friends. Last 1 minute, dear friends. Slowly bring back your awareness to your physical body and your surroundings. Let us all be grateful to everything that we have in our life, to every person that we have met in our life, to every situation in our life. Let us know and feel that life is really beautiful. We all have given an opportunity to inspire, to be an example, to be like God. Let us all live to it, my dear friends. Let us not disappoint the God. Let us be ourselves. Let us be authentic, pure. Last 10 seconds, my dear friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both palms over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, friends, you may remove your hands and with a beautiful smile on your face, you can open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all have enjoyed the meditation.
Very nice meditation, very good meditation, good music. Thank you so much, Madhu.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. High energies are here. Very much. Friends, anybody wants to ask and share anything, experience and questions, if you have, you can ask and you can unmute yourself and ask Madhu, please. Friends. How was the meditation? How was the session? And so you can share anything. You can ask anything. Just unmute yourself and ask. Maybe your deep meditation. Everybody in the deepest meditation.
Yes,
Thank you, Madhu.
Tatnaka, you come in the middle a bit. A bit. Yeah, we can see now.
Yeah, because my English is very no well, but I know little,
yes.
but very nice meditation. Very good, Madhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Akka.
The session. Okay. Thank you, Akka. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Anybody, friends? Anybody?
Yes, Lakshmanji or Sushilaji.
Sheila.
Hello, Madhu Garu.
Namaste, hello.
You
Lakshman.
can see.
Yeah, your class is very good today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmi Garu.
Thank you.
Thank you to be here.
Sushila ji, can you unmute
Sure,
yourself?
madam.
We cannot hear you.
You unmute. Make unmute. Make
Oh,
your unmute. Yeah.
hello, okay.
Yes.
Can you listen now?
Yes, yes. Now.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Can
Yeah, yeah.
listen.
So it's so nice to see you again. And I still remember last time you told about Patri sir, the point, why not?
Mm.
So this was really lovely point also that time. And today, like you told me about, Patri sir said, comfortable.
Mm.
You have to make that zone comfortable, whatever situation is coming. So don't look for a comfortable thing, but you have to make it comfortable. Is it that?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Every situation may be a difficult situation or a happy situation. Any situation comes to you, you have to be comfortable.
Yeah, that is it. And then you said about ego, and then ego we can kill. One way is that you told me, as I got it, acceptance.
Mm.
Acceptance. If you have acceptance for things, then you have less ego, or
Exactly.
you are on the path of killing your ego, na?
Exactly.
But what is acceptance? Acceptance is love, isn't it?
Yes. Love
Because
for
if
your
you have,
own self, love for your own
yeah,
self, and love for everything and everybody.
yeah, every being.
Mm.
So, yeah. And then I still want to know that ego, sometimes you have really that urge that, somebody tells me it's good. Yeah. Somebody say, is that also ego?
Yeah, this is again, Sushila ji, when we expect that somebody should say something to you,
Yeah.
it leads always to suffering.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's we are away from our God self.
Yeah.
So the God, and that is why it says in Bhagavad Gita that Aham Brahmasmi. That means I'm that, I'm God. That means
Yeah.
a God never expects that to praise him, or like the God never tells that I have done this. So we have to always be conscious of what we are doing. We have to simply just do our work. I mean, in the sake of giving, or
Okay.
the may it be love or may it be work or anything, we just have to just do it. That's it, not expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
Sometimes it, not sometimes, all the times it leads to suffering. I
Yeah.
always say that there is a beautiful statement. I always say that if you expect one thing, you get one thing. If you expect two things, you get two things. But if you expect nothing, you get everything.
Then because it is infinite, you
Infinite,
can
you
get,
get
yeah.
everything.
Because we are asking God, give us 10,000, but He wanted to give you maybe
Exactly.
100,000.
Exactly.
But we are
Why you are
asking for
limiting
yes.
yourself? Yeah. Why you are
Yeah,
limiting yourself?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
wonderful.
And then your story, that was really great, that person. But you see how hard work it was that he has to live so long outside to
Mm.
get to practice that silence. And I think that silence is Ananda. Uda?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The-
It's a pure bliss. We
Yeah.
are always there. I mean, like we are
yeah,
always in that state that nothing can disturb us or shatter us.
yeah.
You know,
And meditation is the way, if you keep on doing it,
one of the ways, one
then
of the very important ways. Yeah.
yeah. But one of the question is also there, because like you uh, meditation, you get astral travel also, you see that.
Hmm.
But sometimes you feel like, and what next? Is it also with you?
I think the only, that is not the aim of meditation, Sushila
Yeah.
ji. The
So
aim
Expectation.
that
of
is what I
meditation,
want to.
like this is again, the expectation of, we hear everybody's experience, so that everybody's experience should be our experience. When we think that, okay, I could not do the astral travel, that means you are putting yourself low and there is a kind of expectation. So we should
No,
drop, even if it happens, and what next? That is not the aim of meditation.
yeah, that is what I am telling you. That my aim is that I get that inner peace. You know,
Yes,
in this thing also you keep on only watching that, and you don't know what then how we will come to that peace, because there you also get involved in these things. No.
yes, that is why you have said it correctly. We are involving ourselves. We are
Yeah.
not witnessing. We are not just
Yeah.
being observing. We are just involving
Okay.
ourselves. Like that
Okay. Very,
craving.
very true.
Like the
Yeah.
more we involve, the
Yeah.
more we will lose it.
Yeah.
We will. I see many people, when they taste this kind of experience of astral travel, or
Yeah.
astral projection, or beautiful visions, they
Yeah.
want to be there. They want to be there, and sometimes they don't know what is happening with them, but that is giving them some kind of a, like a happiness. They want to stay there, but that is not the aim of meditation.
No, not really. That is why I am telling you, I am doing so much, and then I think, and then you are told that you don't analyze it.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
then you are told that. Now
Mhm.
you right now you said, okay, you should only witness it and then
Exactly,
leave it. Yeah.
exactly. Because
Okay.
analyzing is again coming from the space of mind, right? We analyze
Mm-hmm.
with the mind. We put a
Yeah.
logic to the from the mind. Why this happened?
Yeah.
Why I've seen this? Why I have seen this snake in my visions, or my astral travels, or like what is it that is happening? That
Yeah.
that we are doing it after we finish the meditation, or after we had this experience by the mind. And these
Yeah.
experience happen when there is no mind, right?
Yeah.
When your mind is still, then when you drop your mind, that is where you will experience these things. And to
Yeah.
analyze it with the mind, we will never come to like a higher understanding of why we have seen that. So we
Mm.
have to just drop it, and when time is right, we will understand, okay, this is the reason why I have seen this vision. Then you will understand with time.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you so
Mm.
much.
Thank
I'm
you so
right.
much,
Yeah, I'm
Sushila
said.
ji.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
You
Bye-bye.
know, Madhu, Sushila madam is a wonderful experiences she is getting, and she's looking at so many things. And Kadri sir, this she explained always, but she was, yeah, just let it be, just go acceptance, and no, don't analyze. Patricia also says, don't analyze, accept it. That's
Yes,
all.
yeah,
That
exactly.
is that is a good. You know that story is that boy so many years in the forest, in the deepest forest. But we are not in the forest. The Patricia gave us a simple meditation. Close your clasp your hands and close your eyes, cross your legs, be with your breath. That's all. That is wonderful meditation, but it is easiest method he gave to us.
Right. Akka, when we close our eyes, that means disconnecting ourselves from the outside world, and being with the breath. When we are with our breath, we are in that nature that is inside us. Like what Shvetaketu had, that young boy had experienced. He had experienced the nature outside first.
Yeah.
Like he had went to that space of emptiness, that there is nobody can disturb him. So this is what we are doing it every day. Like when we close our eyes, we are disconnecting ourselves from the outside world. Like, yes, like what happened with that young boy, we have thoughts. Initially we have thoughts, repetitive thoughts come again, we say, why am I thinking, like this is not good. And when we are with the breath, that means when we are with the true nature,
Yeah.
then we get to experience what this young boy had experienced. And it is not impossible. We don't have to put a time to it, that,
Yeah.
oh, I need these many years for me to attain this state. It can happen any moment that
Yeah.
we experience that state.
Thank you. Yes, Madhu, you are right. Really, yes, yes. We are all are learning and still learning, still a lot of things to learn. And that is, yeah, it's life. Anything, anybody, friends, anybody want to share? Anything, questions, Madhu?
I think, yeah, I'm done with what I wanted to share.
Yeah, yeah. And I will stop the just the